What's going on, everybody? Cowboy Cerrone here. So tomorrow is our 100th episode. So we figured we'd do like great musicians do and put out a greatest hits album. I've been out in Montana shooting this cool western, so I haven't really been there to do any crazy wild stuff. So we're gonna do a great montage of the 100 videos that we've done leading up to this point. My buddy Matt's gonna kind of walk you guys through them and collaborate and give you one hell of a remember the good old days.
Hey guys, my name's Matt. I'm the cinematographer for the last 100 episodes. Your guys' support on YouTube, whether it's in the comments or if it's going to bmfranch.com and purchasing a shirt like this, that's meant everything to me. And that support's allowed me to continue doing this. So thank you very much, and on with the show. This is the first episode in the Cabo series that we did. It's been my favorite series. The entire time, everything about that trip was perfect. Wouldn't change anything. This intro is kind of the thing that fires me up more than any other clip or any other series of clips.
Yeah, it's not just that you know it, it's that you know that you know it.
Know that you know it. Know that you know for 15 minutes I can go absolutely 0 to hero the entire time. And then look over my corner like, you want water? Like, nah, for what? You know what I mean? Good, I got this.
I am a product of change, I brought the product of names, turning my L's into gains, channel the pain, looking to better the days, yeah. You were a product of fear and the man in the mid, you can't get away from them days, and I am aware, fully prepared to devilly.
That look on Pedro's face after he breaks away from Cowboys hitting his pads is just like, that kind of says it all. Like, he's like, oh, fuck. That was round one, that was warm-up round. It's gonna be a hell of a night. I think he went 9 rounds that night, maybe 10 rounds that night of pads, and obviously was not going soft.
Yeah, I gotta go, and this how I go. I'm dying a legend, it's just so you know. Yeah, I'ma go get it. We just keep pushing the limit. I am like all the way with it, all the way.
This guy has stories that he can tell you that you literally will not believe. You'll be like, this is a movie, you are making this up, this is not true. This one was a little bit less, oh, I can't believe that, and more so, holy shit, I can't believe you did that. But enough said.
So I used to roof. I used to be a roofer. I worked for this guy called Big Dog Roofing.
Big Dog Roofing.
We blew the ball joints out of my truck. Because every time I did my truck, Eric get a fucking browniac idea to call me and tell me, let's go four-wheeler. I swear to God. And we just take it up, romp it, and break it. Anyways,
We started one on fire. We submerged 2 of them.
submerged so bad you had to swim out of the back window. Swim out of the back window.
Do you remember that guy that swam in to the back window to help us?
So, all night I work. All fucking night long. And it's Friday. And I gotta go get paid. Well, I show up to work at 6 a.m. in my truck that I just fucking spent. I haven't been to sleep yet. And my boss was so mad. He said, you want your fucking check? You gotta fight me for it. And I remember he used to talk about UFC back in the day. Like, he had this long old ponytail. And he used to think he was like the toughest dude. Wore wolf shirts. You know, like a wolf on him. That's like
Howling wolves.
yeah. We were at McDonald's parking lot of Powers. And he told me, you want your check, you fight me for it. I beat the motherfucking dog shit out of this dude. I was so fucking tired, so pissed off from working all goddamn day.
Give me a reason.
I'm 16 years old, and this dude says, you gotta fight me. He's like a grown-ass man. Bro, I molly-whopped the fuck out of him, let him snoring in the fucking bushes in front of McDonald's. I still didn't get paid.
He didn't plan for that.
Never gave you a check.
Hell no. That was my resignation.
Damn it.
motherfucker. But he taught me a skill, and I started my own roofing company.
That's awesome.
Pretty often we have people come up to the ranch to come up and train and hit the sauna and do whatever, obviously. But this is one of those nights where we were getting closer and closer to the fight, and it was time for Cowboy to just turn it up and up and up. Here's some trivia about Cowboy. Did you know he died? Not like right now, but like years ago. Like he literally died. Crashed on an ATV, guts spilling out of him. If you ever see a photo of him before he's going into a fight or as he's walking into a cage, check this out. He's got this scar right here down the middle of his stomach, and that's because he had to get opened all the way up because he had already opened himself up when he had crashed. He way overshot this jump on a quad, and he crashed it. It rolled on top of him, and he kind of got up, and his guts were just coming out. So this is that story.
Most scared I've ever been, of course, besides when I was a young kid and I had to sprint from the monsters up from the basement to the upstairs from turning the light off. Besides that moment, it would have to be when I crashed my four-wheeler and I knew I was dead. Like that's when I was scared, when I knew, when I was holding my own guts in my hands and I knew there was like, this is it, you know? But then again, when I went to the hospital and right before I died, they talk about your body releasing DMT. And it just makes everything like okay. You're just okay with dying, and you're okay with life and everything that happens. It's a crazy feeling. So I was like the most scared I've ever been, panicking, freaking out to, wow, this is just, I guess it's time to go. So that was definitely the most scared I've ever been, like physically in a state where when I was cave diving, I was very scared, thinking that I had a lot of things I wanted to do still in life. You know, that guy had a lot of time to think about, where when the other one I was ready to die, I was like in the moment, scared of dying, where the cave diving I had like 4 hours to ponder everything. So yeah, like I went through stages of scared, mad at myself. You know, it was a really crazy roller coaster ride, but it wasn't the most scared I've ever been.
There's an art form to trash talk, and Jafari and Cowboy have that nailed down. It's something that, I mean, you can't be with, I don't think you can have a best friend and not just continually give them shit. If Cowboy was sitting here, he would just be like, he's not even my fucking friend. But, I mean, they are, and you just see it so much in this. So this section might as well be entitled Trash Talk.
I do have some super serious questions to ask you.
Yeah. You're a fucking buffoon. That was the first one. More of a...
Like, what is it that makes Cowboy such a cornball?
More of a fact.
Where do I start? Where do I start? Look at this. First off, let's take a look at this guy. Cornball. Yeah. For sure. Straight bum. How many days have you had those pants on?
I just washed them yesterday.
That's not what I asked you.
No, I only brought 2 pairs of shorts. both happen to be camouflage.
Oh, so those aren't the same shorts?
No, they are.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I said I brought 2 pairs.
But only wore one.
I only wore one.
Yeah, you're a fucking bum. Bro, I'll beat the shit out of you. Back the fuck up. Wow. Check, see? Check.
Yeah, on my side, check. Didn't want to cripple your little leg.
You a big golfer?
No, I don't think it's very fun. Well, I'll beat Jafari. That's a fucking no-brainer. The dude's gonna hit the ball, is gonna not even make it to the green. It's gonna scuff down on the fucking dirt. Are you gonna do a practice swing? Or you gonna just let it roll?
I'm gonna let the motherfucker rip, G.
All right, let's see what he's got going on. Oh, that was a practice.
What do you mean?
Come on.
Bro, shut up. Get back here.
I'm about to start the video again. I'm already.
I don't give a
people
fuck.
are
I don't
bored.
care what you do.
People are bored watching already. Oh, here's the dirt, son. Woo!
Oh, I thought it Yeah, fuck that. Somebody hold up the quiet side so we can stop talking.
Get the fuck out of here like you like. Come on with it. Come on with it.
The wind helps you.
Line it up like macaroni, baby. Fuck out of here. Look how mad he is. See how mad he is?
Motherfucker.
Cheeks.
I had to come in here after clutch came through.
Clutch.
After clutch came through, closed it out.
Let's go.
Now it's time to go home. Throw your W's up.
Mr. Playing Cowboy?
Yeah, right. Before he had to get home, so I'm taking this shit out of his cut.
Oh. Hey, Jafar, did you know we were getting cuts?
Hell no, we ain't getting cuts. Only thing getting cut up is gonna be Cowboy from these elbows. If it comes to physical activity, I am smoking you.
Bro, 125, 6.
I'm smoking
109.
you.
He's got 109.
I'm You have clip-ins.
Man, watch. I'm gonna do one over here. You might get calf kicked up in here.
Yeah, see, why you trying to injure me? See, this is this. Now you gonna injure me?
Bro, you're such a drive-ass turkey.
No, I'm not. Let me get away from you because I know your tactics, bro.
Stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to.
Yeah, I need 111, bro.
That's him. Right now he's chasing waterfalls.
No, I'm not.
He's trying to swim up it.
All right.
Dude's a boo-hoo-foo-hoon. Do you want to validate?
Nah, I'm gonna take your word.
Cause I don't lie. Never.
Bro, stop it.
Are you ready?
Your numbers are debatable.
What do you want me to get?
You have to get 115 or more.
Okay.
All right.
Ready?
Yeah.
D-Rod is the fucking man. This guy is so hard and just mentally so strong, but super relaxed too. So being able to see him and Cowboy go toe to toe, just in sparring and everything, that was so much fun. Now I feel like Bruce Buffer in The Fly. Motherfucker.
Down to the river. Oh, bury me, carry me up. Oh, far beneath. Oh, fire and water me. Going down deep. Say, oh, bury me, carry me up. Oh, far beneath. Oh, fire and water me. Washing me clean. Kerosene Creek.
The Syndicate is the gym that we always go to when we're in Vegas. I mean, as often as we go to the PI or just to the UFC headquarters, we're going to Syndicate. It is, motherfucker, get out of here.
You're a little different when the blessings accrue. Hey, who you talking to? Just know I ain't no regular fool. Could be anything in the world, but I can never be you because I stand tall like I'm on my tiptoes, baby. You think a little too small. I got big goals, baby. Hey, where the money at? Look, I just need the info. Pronto, I go and get it and split it with my kinfolk.
Probably the toughest gym full of badasses that I think we've been to. Later on in this trip, we ended up going to 10th Planet. And there's a lot of fun over there. They did this thing where you go 5 rounds with other people, and if you win each round, you're the one who stays in. Well, Cowboy didn't understand the rules to the game, and he saw everybody else leave. He's like, why'd you leave? He's like, dude, you're not supposed to be there for more than 5 rounds. You do 5 rounds. If you're undefeated, you go get back in line. He didn't get that, so he literally rolled for like, I think it was like 25 minutes with different people, just again and again and again and again, just fresh people right off the boat. And that Vegas trip was, yeah, that was good.
Oh, yeah. Yo, let's do this. Got picture homie rolling. Let me offer my condolence. You don't know just how I'm doing. And the silence golden broke cause they know him for talking fluent. Got him under the influence, the truest, talking to him. But decline your ego, bumping him out music, I'm eschewing. I just flew in for the day, gonna have to get explicit. I got love for rappers like I do for my fucking ex-bitches. And I got that pass, though, I'm gonna ask permission if I could kick it. Checking the repertoire, I got that rep on par with the best who did it. I just get it how I'm living. Shout out to the ones that with them. Think that I wanted a ransom with ends gold dog when I'm in the building. And it kind of ironic, who would've thought that I'd be the hottest? Never came close to being no bitch, but you know Snow was the fucking product. Tell me who won it, not what you want, it's bound to be iconic. Baby, you got it. Let me get that love and that's 100, checking the proof on it. When I'm in the spot and I catch the feeling, raising the roof on it. You know that we going to about the head. Hey, yeah, y'all ain't ready. Blaze up the whole damn city. Whoa, 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 nah, nah.
So one of the things obviously in the comments is like, bro, you're old, you gotta retire. I don't think I have anything to say about that, other than mind your own fuckhole. But this is his response to those thoughts, those ideas. And I don't know, like, you can't take away somebody's reason for living and their passion and say, yeah, it's just time to stop. I mean, yeah, he's getting into movies and stuff like that now, but I mean, he loves this stuff.
I've also known that when I moved up to 170, I let all that pass by me. I didn't work hard. And I got what I paid for. You know what I'm saying? I have losses to show. That's what you get, motherfucker. That's the universe telling me it ain't easy. You don't want to put the time in, you don't want to put the energy in, this is what you get. Right? And that's just the way it is. You want to talk an ego check, humility? Talking about the still to this day the biggest selling pay-per-view ever sold, me and Conor McGregor, and I last 40 seconds because I quit. Ha! That's something I gotta look myself in the mirror and deal with every single day, and it sucks and it's hard. And more than anything, it's I let down so many people in my own circular family. You know what I mean? I let down, and that to me hurts more than anything. But really letting myself down, lying to myself. I wasn't ready. I should have never went in there. Right? I wasn't mentally. I was not prepared for that fight. Sure, physically, do we do some of the things right? Of course, right? But mentally, I was nowhere near where I needed. And that's not me making excuses. That's just me just owning it, saying, I got what I deserve. That's exactly what the fuck should have happened. And it's weird it took me until I was 37 to understand growth and who I am. I think it's figuring out who you are as a person, right? Doing the same job, living the same life, doing the same thing. Some people, we just get trapped in this everyday monotony of life, and we don't really know who we are. Like my grandma said, the day you're born, the day you figure out what the fuck you're here for. Conditioning was never an issue, but conditioning is my biggest issue. That's the reason I don't pull the trigger, is I'm scared of lack of conditioning when I put in the work, which is crazy. I run the mountain, hit the pads, but I don't run the mountain and I don't hit the pads at 100%. Why? Because I'm scared of getting tired. I'm scared of getting tired in the preparation of getting tired. So I need to figure out a way when I run the mountain, fucking run it till I can't run it anymore. Run it 10 times. If I can only run it 9 at 100, then I run it 9 at 100. As opposed to running it 10 at 50 because I know I need to go to 10. Right? That's my biggest thing. So when I run it 10 at a fucking 100 and I'm fired and I'm in it and I'm there, those are the best fights for me because I know that's when I get in the flow state. I said, man, there's nothing you can do. And that's why I'm a slow starter, because I want to fill them out. I want to not burn up that energy. I'm worried about what's going to happen if I get into a scramble and I get tired. Even though we have a great camp and I'm not, and I go to 6 rounds and we train and we spar, but I didn't do them to the level that I need to do them to. So I'm going to talk to the guys, say, how do we get there? How do I come into every training camp, every sparring session, every pad session, and how do I get 100% out of, even if it's 15 minutes of pad, how do I do it? Right? Don't know yet, but I'll figure it out. I'm trying. I'm hitting pads with Pedro, I'm fucking giving it. I'm going. Every training session from now on, I want to walk out of there like, whew, that was all I had. Never do I want to say, I could have done one more round. But why didn't you do the first 4 hard? What were you waiting on? This is the lesson I want to tell him, that I want to teach him. Man, I stood with the greatest. Your dad stood. I didn't talk about it. I didn't act about it. I did it. Now, whether I succeeded and went on to be the greatest is one thing, but I stood there with him and I put everything in. Your dad came to a point in his life where there was a Y in the road. Everybody said go down to the left because that's retirement, that's the end. You know, but I couldn't. So I took every fucking thing I had, every energy, every bit of muscle I had left in me, and I fucking gave it one more chance, kid, and I put everything I had into it. And what happened, I don't know yet, but I'm talking to him now as if we haven't done it yet, right? But I'm gonna say, look, kid, everyone told us to quit. We fucking, why? We didn't believe it. It wasn't time for me. I don't feel old. I don't feel like I should retire. Just fucking go. So when you have that moment, I want you to do everything you can, right? I want you to fucking give it all you got. My dad worked his ass off, you know. He'd work at the fire department. He always he's a realtor and owned several different kinds of businesses, me growing up. Anyways, we walk into this building he was looking to acquire, and on the wall, there was a slogan, live a life worth living and work a job worth working. And I was like, wow. I was 12 years old, like, God, and it just stuck with me.
So if you're looking for inspiration, let's call that this section.
He said, when I'm on my last breath and my last dying day, I think it'll be cool to be able to say I stood tall and I did what I said I was gonna do, right? Even if it was just to me. And everyone's like, what are you talking about? Like, yeah.
So here's the situation. Cher Bear has COVID and she's stuck up in the room. COVID impacted everything obviously a lot, but it led for some funny situations sort of like this one.
Heart rate monitor is in there, and you can easily download Polar Beat and then screenshot me the data.
Nah.
There's been some deep questions I've asked him where I'm surprised like how quick he's just like, yep, thought about that, know the answer to that one, I got it. And most people don't. I've interviewed lots of people, everyone from sequencing genome specialists to Nobel Peace Prize winners to other athletes and, you know, knife makers and hunters and lots of different people. People don't usually have answers to bigger questions like this that fast. And it's one of the things that makes Cowboy Cowboy is that he's thought through a lot of the tough shit.
What's life's biggest currency to you? Is it money, fame,
Oh, honor.
time?
Honor. Honor to me is life's biggest currency. Yeah, for sure. 100%. I get what you were naming things of what I had an answer before you finished. Yeah, honor to me is the biggest currency of life for sure. Because that's who you are as a whole. Where you could have all the money in the world, and if you don't, or all the time in the world too. And if you're just a piece of shit, you're just a piece of shit in my book. But if you're like someone like honorable and do what you say and back up what you do, like to me, that's fulfilling life. That's the richest man there is. Yeah, someone who you could look at, like, you know what? That's a good dude. That's a good dude right there, you know. And yeah, to me, that's the highest currency you could have is being an honorable person across the board.
When is beating yourself up no longer helpful?
Beating yourself up on like a bad decision you made. I always said you get 24 hours. Kind of bad loss, bad idea, bad this, self-pity. You get 24 hours. You can be as sad as you want. Look at yourself in the mirror, cry, drink, cry, whatever you gotta do for 24 hours. Hour 26, time to keep it moving. So I would say anything more than that, it's like time to, that's when you start spiraling down the wrong depression trail, you know? So, yeah, you want to be sad, you want to be depressed, and you want to talk about it and mope about it, you got a day. And then after that, it's time to, and that's how I've been with everything my whole life. And so after a day, I just kind of, all right, time to.
Because it's not like it's not still there.
No, you still visit
there,
it. Yeah, but
you're not living in it. You're not spiraling in it.
You're not allowed to live in it anymore. Yeah, you're allowed to. You can touch back on it and think, and then you got to keep it moving.
In case you missed it, because it was total flop on views, we had an episode we put out recently where Cowboy talked about what his favorite gear is, and I mean, dude's been in the game longer than, like, not anybody, but I mean, come on, like, long time. So if you want to know,
Combat Sport makes them. They got a cool thumb pad, so when you're hitting each other and you're punching, plus they got a nice 4-inch pad on the thing, so you can really spar heavy and harden them. I like them. They don't fray. They don't tear up. They stay good. So these are always the ones. I have bins of them, and they last a long time. They don't stain your fingers when you get them sweating and start going. So they always fit good.
How many gloves do you think you went through before you found a set of gloves that actually worked?
Hundreds of gloves you go through trying to figure out, because you'll get sponsored by a company, but then their stuff sucks. So I'm not sponsored by Combat Sports, but they just have really good shit.
I really do like filming hunting, and I wanted to make this episode different because I wanted to go ahead and talk about where our food comes from, show the preparation of the food, and then be like, oh yeah, by the way, this didn't just come from a feedlot in, you know, Missouri or something. Like, we went and literally put food on the table. And I do a lot of hunting films. I just did one with Chad Mendez, with Rihanna Carey, and I mean, two super badasses. And it's been really cool to be able to take that from hunting and then move it over to Cowboy, who's just like, yeah, let's go on a turkey hunt. Let's go do this. We have a couple more hunts coming up, and I'm super excited for you to see those as well.
Is it gets you so in contact with where your food really comes from.
This is definitely the part of hunting that is the worst. The sitting and waiting. I'm aggressive attacker. I'm a killer, not a waiter.
We've been here for about 4 minutes. BMF 50 was this race that Cowboy put on at the ranch since he had bought this property, all this extra property, and he built a track on it. He's like, why don't we get like 10 teams of people together and go ahead and say, get like 5 people, 5 of your friends, and build a car. You can only spend like $3,000 on the car, and then you bring it out to the ranch and we'll all race them. This also happens to be where I destroyed my first lens. It was filming all this welding and everything, and all the sparks, all the metal coming off of in the process of the welding, it just hit my lens, and I didn't notice it at first, and like there were just holes in it. So live and learn, but I mean, I did get some cool footage. And this section might as well be called vehicles. So this one, we go back to the scene in the shop when it is like 11 o'clock at night. We've been going since like 6 o'clock in the morning. And I'll literally be filming, put the camera down and help out however I can. And so we are all just barbecue tired. And Cowboy decides he wants to do like another heavy job on this car.
How hard is it to drop that pumpkin?
Hard.
Why?
Because it's
You want to see what steps take?
Yeah.
How many hours?
The transfer kit?
No, the front fucking pumpkin. Let's see that.
Front differential.
I bet you it's harder than the pumpkin. I mean the transfer gear.
We do labor. Four-wheel drive front axle with auto disconnect differential or without auto disconnect.
We got auto.
So with be 3.6 hours to remove and replace.
Done.
Now, if you want to remove, replace, and overhaul, which means you're going to be, taking gears out.
Yeah.
You're at 8.4 hours.
Yeah.
As a skilled technician who does this for a living, this
Every
is piece rate time. This is.
So we're in the 14-hour area.
I usually, and this is my theory, just because I'm
24
not
hours.
a great. I 2.5 it.
Think of the weight we're taking out. So if we take it apart, we're like, oh fuck, that ain't getting fixed. We just give it the old Mexican pinch and we go to work.
Yes. Yes.
Now we drop 200 pounds.
It shows all your breakdown of what everything is in this car and what parts could be affected.
4-wheel ECU, extra.
Extra.
4-wheel drive switch, extra.
6-pin, we got rid of that.
Step 1 done. Step 2 done.
Yeah, we're moving right along.
Yeah.
What's that?
This is the actuator.
That's blown, gone, cut.
Blown, burnt.
Switched over to manual. Good. Next. We're already 2 hours in.
Yeah.
Not a lot to say about this one here. This is just a 6 shot that we got from somebody who hit up Pedro when we were in Mexico and was like, hey, we have a trophy truck. Does Cowboy want to drive it? And right now, as it stands, Cowboy is third in rankings and third in time against everybody else. First year in racing, not bad.
I took some losses, but I got them all back. Been at the bottom and I'm never going back. I'm fully focused and I'm on track. I'm tired of waiting. I'm running out of patience. I'm about to make my move right now. I'm about to make my move right now. I'm tired of waiting. I'm running out of patience. I'm about to make my move right now. I'm about to make my move right now. I'm tired of waiting. I'm running out of patience. I'm about to make my move.
And we live on the ranch out here, and so we are kind of remote from a lot of things going on. One of the things that we don't get impacted by much at all is COVID. It just doesn't have any sort of impact on our life here at the ranch, because I mean, there's just, we go to Walmart, go to the gas station, and I mean Home Depot, and that's about it. Yeah, we go and do stuff, and then that's when we're just like, oh yeah, this thing, forgot about that. One of the perks of living in the middle of nowhere.
Okay, you ready? Okay, so just put your head back just a little bit.
Okay.
Head up. I'm gonna be as gentle as I can, okay?
You got that record button going?
Yeah, blinking red. The man behind the camera.
Okay, so
Finally
it is 8
revealed.
to 10 seconds in each nostril, okay?
Right on, let's go.
All right, cool.
He wants to feel it in the back of the throat.
He's doing awesome.
About to
Okay.
sneeze.
Oh yeah.
Okay, you're all set.
It's the itch after.
Have you had this test done before? All right, put your head back for me.
You used to it in the butt though.
Tell me when you're ready for the other.
He ready right now.
Oh, what is that?
Walking low.
What is that? Tell me when he's ready.
Yeah.
Tell me when you're ready. I didn't get that.
Like when we were walking the other night through the shitty streets of Mexico, and if a car full of kids were to pop out 10, 12, to me, dude, those are the situations that I love. Somebody's nightmare is a dream come true for me. Like, oh, yes, the 5 of you are gonna jump me. Oh my God.
I'm not gonna say that that happened, but something very similar and very close to that I didn't have a camera for, because it was like, yeah, it's nighttime, let's go out to the bar, hang out, whatever, fuck around. He resolved it.
Right, like to me, that's joyful. Where somebody would be like, oh my God, like no, get me the fuck out of here.
It wasn't all that long ago that the boys from S3 Power Sports in Louisiana came up here and dropped off this massive behemoth of a 6x. And we all ended up becoming really good friends. Since that happened, we've really ended up just doing event after event after event.
Got a snorkel now, so we're safe to about here.
Is that true?
That is not 100% true, but the motor is safe to here-ish. Seems like Cowboy's got a little mud in his blood, to be honest with you now.
Yeah.
Like it's just part of who he is. And so we're back out here, getting down, gonna have some more fun. That is why we ride the Can-Ams.
I think it's like 50,000 or 500,000.
700 billion and 1,300,000,000,000,000,000,000,000
acres, something outlandish amount of land that Muddy Bottoms bought and turned into a giant fun mud pit, ATV, UTV, play park.
Yeah, Joe Biden bit was one of my favorites.
You know what? It's just second nature to him now. He used to look like he was working for him. Now he's just like leg up, just whop, whop, whop.
And they go home, their parents come, and they're so excited to tell them everything we did, you know what I mean? And they just, it's life-changing, man. I can't wait. So we offer a free kids camp at the ranch. And I never wanted to charge because I don't want only someone who has money to come. When they're having fun, God, you have fun. When your team wins, you're gonna feel like, oh God, right? It's just so cool.
Dude, that's crazy to see a grown man that punches other grown man in their face on purpose. Say that about kids.
So Dustin and Quentin and DH, Dustin's co-driver, and all those guys, they came out to the ranch to do the kids camp. This is my favorite speech from kids camp that Cowboy gave.
When it comes down to horseplay, it comes down to putting in the work. Those of you who want to be great, those are the guys that when everyone else is playing Nintendo, they call like, hey man, we're playing Nintendo. Hey, sorry guys, I gotta go kick this ball 10,000 times. I gotta go throw this ball with my dad 10,000 times. Those are the kids. When you're in high school and you're in middle school and you're moving up, you want to be great at something. You guys are here, you want to be kickboxers, you want to be MMA guys, you got to kick and punch that bag 10,000 times with our right hand, 10,000 times with our left hand. I got to shoot 10,000 doubles just to be good. Just to be on the same playing field as the kids that started when they were 5. Like my son, when he's your age, he's going to be great because I'm going to sit out here every single day with him and practice everything he wants to do. Does that make sense to you guys? So this course is for you guys to develop life skills and become better people. I want you guys in 5 years to be like, man, let me help this kid out, or let me, you know what, I do want to go on that trip, but I got this wrestling tournament coming up. I'm going to go put the work in, man. I'm going to call my coach on a Sunday and I'm going to say, hey coach, I know you're busy. I'd like to go over that stuff you're reviewing. You know, these are all things as adults we slack on. Me especially. I always take fun over work, and what? You can see it in the later of my career, right? All those kids, all those people that are putting in the time when I'm out playing, they're above me right now in the UFC, right? They're putting the work in, and I'm not. I chose fun, and it cost me a lot in my career. And I'm gonna look back when I'm 60, I'm like, man, maybe I shouldn't have gone and done that. Maybe I should have put the work in and become great. So, speaking of becoming great, Brecken and Joan, a big hand for MVPs.
Packing up the pig. This episode was such a rough one where I just like threw the footage we had together. I'm not gonna lie, I was super, super pissed off. And I'll tell you exactly why.
What exactly do we have to do? Like raw. Here he comes.
Where's Dacky at?
He's right there.
Dacky, come over here. On this side. Are you ready, Dacky? Yeah. Say bye-bye, Biggie.
Bye-bye, Piggy. Wipe his snout, they say. Joey Psycho, he's a bully. Here, just turn.
He's out.
So fucking Wilbur comes out of here and he's going straight for me. He's gonna go through me. I'm like, no, not happening. He plowed right into me and like my gimbal was just trashed. So that right there was a $2,200 shot. Yeah, not major production, but still for my pockets, yeah, that hurt. Pig's an asshole. I ate the fuck out of that pig.
Get over there. Jonah, quit being a pussy. I need you to get involved.
I fucking ain't scared of nothing. That motherfucker will tear us apart.
Well, apparently you're scared of a pig.
Dude, come on.
Look at the motherfucker.
I see him.
2 months at home got you soft, boy.
This. I got it. Fucking got it. See that? See that? Yeah. Finally. This is something that if people saw this game, it's called stretch. You understand why it's called stretch pretty quick. And the rule is it has to go 6 inches away from your foot. Can't go more.
You want to go one more?
Let's go, I'll go with D. Go on.
All right.
You won one, I won one.
Okay.
Who goes first?
You can go first.
Okay, I got another game.
That was more of a
I'll go 11 and a half over
I'm
here.
just saying, if you're doing it, I'm doing
Sure.
it.
Not this time.
That's a mile and a half, just so you know.
Missed it.
No, he moved it out. He's
touch
good.
it. Hey,
What's touching?
Yeah, that's blade, bro.
Hey, how the fuck do you guys do that? Oh, man.
That was that was like maybe an inch and a half away. Will you please slap that down for me?
You don't understand.
I want to make sure I hit this good.
Hey.
Oh!
touch that motherfucker. Touch that motherfucker.
Get the other knife. Give me that knife over here.
They keep giving him the pointy one. That's fucked up. Here. Switch knife. My dick is ripping.
Next section we might as well call family. It's cool to see somebody who cares a lot about family, whose main objective in their career is to beat the fuck out of somebody.
Mommy, not moon. It is the moon. Not moon.
No, that is the moon, buddy.
No, not moon. She moon, no? The moon.
Can you say strawberry moon?
Sorry,
That's cheese?
yeah.
Oh. Where's the moon?
No moon, yes.
I don't know either.
It's out there.
What's out there? Yeah, if you would have found me 10 years ago, man, The idea of having a family, settling down, it was like speaking Chinese today, you know? I don't know if I ever would have envisioned it. To be honest, I didn't think I was gonna live past 18, so I think that's gonna be his new spot out there on the front. My wife calls me when I'm in the back and she's like, hey, how do I watch this? And I was like, oh, yeah, it's just like a grappling thing, babe. Like, don't worry about it. She's like, no, the boys, we want to watch it. And I was like, shit. So she bought it and I was fine and everything was easy and I was about to walk out, got in the ring and I was like, yeah, man, my boy's watching. Like, these are the moments I'm talking about when one day I'm gonna look back and remember him sitting there when he called me like a superhero. You know, he thinks like his dad's a superhero. So with that being said, the mindset I had going into that, there was nothing. He would have had to break my arm bent the other direction. So when he took it and he popped it, I just was laughing like, yeah, you're gonna have to rip it off.
Go up there. Go up there.
I can't go up there. I don't have the power.
Huh? What?
I don't have the power to go up there. Whew.
In the back of that. Hey guys, they wait for Daddy.
Right, wait for Daddy.
It's not scary, Dad.
It's not scary, huh? You're doing a good job.
Yeah.
We hold on tight?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
I just wanted to take a second to say thank you very much for watching, for paying attention to what we're doing, because this has allowed me to be able to make this my full-time, overly full-time, like 80-hour-a-week full-time job. And you guys watching has made that possible for me. So I know I don't usually pop on the camera too often, but I just wanted to take a second to say thank you. Like, this life that I've kind of fallen into over the last year and 4 months or so, year and 2 months, year and 3 months, something like that. This is made possible because you guys pay attention. So thank you. Cheers to you.